All right, recording.
1 + 1 don't equal 3.
That seemed rushed.
It was a different vibe.
Okay.
I am making a deal with our podcast listeners. I want the Skylight calendar. And if 10 of them email or comment that they use it and it is well worth it, we're buying it.
But it's not the same. It's not the same type of setup though, because our family dynamics could be different than others.
No, you're
so
crazy.
They can also describe what that means though, because sometimes. But
so about 5 years ago, I bought a normal large calendar to hang on our wall, and Aaron fought me on that as well. Like anything that is like not his idea, he cannot like. And so then after about a year of using this big calendar, so our events go on this big calendar, he said to me, like, you were right. This was a good idea. Like putting it in a prominent place. We just write things on it. Aaron writes things on it. Their practices, like their school lunch day, like everything goes up on this calendar when we go on vacation, when you're out of town, etc. There's something called the Skylight calendar that you can sync. It's the same thing. It's like a display. You put it on your wall, same size boxes, everything. But I can at work go into my Gmail account and like load tomorrow I have a half day. This day I have, and I'm just uploading. Aaron Christopher can, now that he has a smartphone, he can load in his schedule. Aaron Senior can load in anything he needs. And it just uploads color coordinated on the wall. It's digital. And Aaron, husband, is fighting me on this because it wasn't his idea.
No, the reason why the paper calendar worked is because of simplicity. So I acknowledge that I can't remember fighting you on it, but my memory is not the same. But the reason why the paper calendar works is because it's simple. You write it on there, and all of us can see it. The thing with your idea is that only 3 of us have smartphones. The other 4 do not have smartphones. So, and also they use that in order to see like when they have all these different like school lunch and things like that.
The calendar is on the wall. They all see it.
But the simplicity.
My point to you is like, I'm at work. I'm at work. So from work, I can upload dates and things like that. Like right now, you're the only one that writes things. Like I call him from work and I'd be like, hey, can you put this on the family calendar? And so I'll just put it on the family calendar.
Can you admit that you're like, when it comes to updating things and keeping things up to date,
I won't say that.
It is me who is the one that is in charge of keeping things and keeping things planned.
I won't say that.
Because you have to constantly ask me, like, never mind.
I'm glad that you're not. If 10 people believe that we will put it to good use, we'll buy one. And by the way, I'm not saying buy one tomorrow. I would like us to get one in the next year or so.
And can you describe how much this is, though?
I think you can get them for under $200. I think if you get like a deluxe, really large one, I actually don't know. I know it's several $100s. It's not cheap. It's not $20.
And my calendars cost $10.
Right.
So
amazing.
If you could describe to me the cost benefit of doing that, then that would be very helpful. Considering just I like things simple and trying to keep up another Google Calendar I already have several Google calendars.
It's not actually keeping up another calendar.
It is because I use my calendar for personal things. So you're actually talking about a family calendar because I'm not going to put my personal things on the family calendar. I put reminders for myself, and that makes no sense to put my reminders.
I care about the things going on.
No, and you have like all these like dumb reminders on your calendar, so you have to create a separate calendar, a family calendar,
this is wild.
To keep it straight.
I can't wait for the people to.
And the things you do are dumb and stupid.
I can't wait for the people to respond to this. It's going to be amazing. What else is going on?
It's Super Bowl Sunday.
It is. It's just another Super Bowl Sunday.
I'm trying to think.
I don't care.
It's a weird one.
I do not care.
Because I think a lot of people said that neither team don't really care about it.
I don't care.
No,
I don't think anybody in the United States of America cares.
Like Seattle.
I don't even think Seattle and New England care.
Well, because it's different coasts, right? Like it's like Seattle, which we don't care about.
They're also like not compelling stories.
And the Patriots, we don't really care about.
Nobody cares.
So we'll watch it. Cause last year was interesting. It was the Eagles and it was the Chiefs. So there were some narratives going on. Remember that was like year 2 of Taylor Swift mania.
Totally.
The Chiefs were going on their 3rd in a row.
Yep.
So yeah, there was more narratives going on. But this year is just kind of no one really cares.
No one cares. It's dumb. But we have off tomorrow, so that's exciting.
And the good news is that we're not like Super Bowl party people. Like we don't have Super Bowl parties at our house.
The Lions were in the Super Bowl.
I'm talking about a normal year.
No, I don't care.
But we don't go to Super Bowl parties. We don't do that.
Bad Bunny, who is from Puerto Rico, which is part of the United States. It's so funny. It is so ignorant of the right-leaning folk who keep talking about how we're having like a English, because it is not English, but like this like foreigner come in and do the Super Bowl. It's just wild. So Bad Bunny is doing the halftime show. That said, like there's no critique in the fact that Bad Bunny, I don't have any critique with the fact that Bad Bunny wears dresses. I could care less. It's cultural. It's fun. It's performative.
I don't know anything.
I just don't care about that. I don't care that his songs are in Spanish. Who cares? What I care about is legit no one knows him. What was so funny is I saw this special where they were interviewing the football players who had come to like, I don't know, what city is this Super Bowl in? Tampa? Where is the Super Bowl?
I think it's in Candlestick Park. I think it's in San Francisco.
Okay, so anyways, all the football players are arriving and they're being asked, like, what Bad Bunny song are you excited to hear? And every single football player is like, I don't know who he is.
Well, I don't think his stuff's on the radio, I don't think.
No one knows who he is.
I listen to the radio with the kids a lot.
That is stupid.
I don't think any of his stuff's on the radio. But I would say the same thing about Kendrick Lamar when he performed. Like, you like people know they're not like us, but like you can't name me five. But at least
they like us, Lamar. And at least he sings in a language that I would understand. Now, my hope, honey, here's my hope, is that T Swift does show up. You know, there was talk of her doing it.
Doing what?
The Super Bowl halftime show.
No,
now, wait, before you wait, listen.
Go ahead.
Listen, there was talk about it. I found it to be so interesting that she wasn't at the Grammys, like at all.
Because her album wasn't nominated.
Doesn't matter. Like, why would you not be at the Grammys? So at the Grammys, the big thing with Bad Bunny is you're not allowed to sing at the Grammys because if you're contracted for the Super Bowl, you have to like not sing or something like that. So I don't know, maybe because why would you choose this dude? I know he's popular.
I mean, someone likes him. He won the Grammy for Album of the Year, so someone likes him.
Let's bring back 50 Cent.
So and it's different.
I guess.
I'm not.
And that
I
was
can't
funny.
Name one Bad Bunny song.
Right. Well, that was the thing with NFL players, and then someone's like, I don't know any of her songs, but I'm sure she's great because he like so didn't understand.
But to me, that was Kendrick Lamar because I was very surprised.
People knew who Kendrick Lamar was.
No. I'm saying if you ask like a lot of like even on Facebook, there's a lot of people who are like I don't know who this is. Like
I don't understand that.
Take out They Not Like Us. Yeah, you have one song everyone knows.
All I need to know is They Not Like Us.
But take out that one song. Right. Name me two more Kendrick Lamar songs. Don't say Luther. Like you don't know any. Like
if this.
So I do get the point of like, can we just bring back like rock bands of just having like popular artists? Yeah. Because they are very specific and like we're getting to very specific art. They're not like
widely known. The other thing
people.
is you have to take into account your audience, and the reality is the Super Bowl is kind of midlifey. Like that's the people that are watching it. So like Bad Bunny, this cutting edge artist who is Hispanic in his approach. It's just, I don't know, it's just dumb, but it's fine. Who cares? So the Super Bowl halftime show, unless T Swift surprises us, I'm not excited for. Well, she might surprise us. Listen, you heard it here first.
I think she's at a level of fame where like she would never do a Super Bowl half first. Guys,
you heard it here
because they also didn't get paid. So first off, she doesn't need the notoriety, and she already does $1 billion tours. So I think for her, it's like, why would I do a Super Bowl halftime show? You heard it here
first. Is all I'm saying. Commercials should be fine. So there's gonna be a pro-life commercial, which would be exciting.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. People are excited about. So
what commercial is it?
It's like adoption, not abortion or something like that. So
through which organization?
I don't remember.
They're very expensive.
I know. We got money. Us pro-lifers got money. We got money.
Sure.
So Super Bowl Sunday, who cares? What else?
We watched the Grammys last Sunday. We did watch that.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good as last year. Last year, I feel like the crop of new artists last year were way better than
much more
this year.
To anything. I am.
Actually, the last year was the first time. Well, after they changed,
I don't care about anything.
They changed the format. So they got rid of all these dumb awards, like best contemporary, pro-life, R&B artist. You're like, I don't know what these means. So they just essentially just like a concert. They just all performances with a couple awards in there. It was actually good last year.
No, you're so weird because you don't get bothered by stuff. The virtue signaling of billionaires and millionaires, I actually cannot handle.
But no one takes them seriously.
I know, but it's like so dumb that I'm like, just be quiet. Like these hypocritical billionaires, I have literally had it with. And they're all like spoiled, entitled little brats
that are
part of the system and the Illuminati, and I'm done.
Everyone knows that. No one takes them serious. Like, remember when Beyonce was campaigning for Kamala Harris and all these artists was campaigning and then, like, no one voted for her? No one takes them serious. You didn't even
recognize my Illuminati shout out.
Illuminati.
That's what Nicki Minaj said. She said these people, like, worship the devil and eat children.
So here's the thing.
She said that's how they get famous.
Side note, I don't think there is an Illuminati, but I do think there's, like, these secret groups who like try to
I don't know.
influence things.
You know what I just.
But I don't think that like they claim like, well, Illuminati, like the moon landing
Like
and
masses
9/11, like 9/11, like they claim like major events are all Illuminati things. But I do think there are these smaller groups that like try to control things and try to do things.
My sister texted and said that the ice distraction is because there was a company that's like a billionaire company that opened a porthole in Switzerland. So she's
porthole.
I don't know, like a time travel portal.
I don't think that's how.
I'm just saying, like
works.
she's like, and it's all distracting us.
No, that was you with the drones.
I still feel.
Do you remember last year?
I still feel that.
So if
guys,
you're
those drones, no, everybody listen.
If you're a loyal, no,
exactly.
that's the point. If you're a new listener, you should go back like a year ago.
It doesn't matter
because January, February last year, this woman was completely determined.
We were in Disney, so it was December of last year.
Yeah, you were completely
100%.
No, it was just at the turn of the year.
100%.
You were completely convinced that all these millions of drones were. Because someone from the Pentagon told your Instagram
Bethany
person
Frankel, exactly.
that
yes.
they were drones trying to look for nuclear, nuclear radioactivity.
Yep. Because accidentally Israel had snuck nuclear warfare into our country. Here's the thing: you can laugh all you want. When we die, and
conspiracy theories, you're big into that.
When we get to the eternal kingdom, I still believe. Just to be clear, I still believe that is what went down. And I think, as Bethany Frankel said, Bethany Frankel, who is my news source, said what she believes is that like we will either find out about it through a nuclear war, or we will never hear about it again because the situation will be solved quietly. I think it's the latter. You'll laugh at me lifelong. And then when we are in heaven we are face to face, not married, but in the eternal kingdom and love together, you are going to look at me and be like, dude, you and Bethany were on to something.
You know what? I would say we talked about this once, like the top conspiracy theories. So
you don't need to always repeat ourselves.
And I'm just reminding, I'm saying to our listeners. So if you want to email us, I would love to hear from our listeners. So the Malibu Table Podcast.
Stopped emailing because I don't email back. I don't. You're going to have to email back.
TheMalibuTablePodcast @gmail.com. Please send us your top 3. Like when you get to heaven, like these are the questions I want to know. Like JFK, did we land on the moon? Is the world flat?
Okay, but you have to respond
did OJ do it?
I don't respond to them, and then they stop emailing.
Did Jesus really walk on the earth?
Wow, that's amazing that you just put JFK and Jesus in the same.
So send us your top 3. Like I really need to know the answers of these questions. Like who killed John Benet Ramsey?
Who killed her?
DeJuan Sims. What happened to that boy?
A lot of white people don't know who that is. I actually think most white people. This is more interesting.
That's a big one.
This is more interesting. Do white people know who DeJuan Sims is?
100%.
I had no idea. I had no idea.
If you live in the Metro Detroit area. In Livonia,
I had no idea.
Area, DeJuan Sims is the sad story.
I had no idea who
Google
he was.
DeJuan
But
Sims.
I was young. Weren't you young?
No, he was my age.
Okay, then I guess I think.
No, you weren't that young. It was like in the early 90s.
No, there's whole reports on the fact that when there's African American or Black kidnappings, they receive zero coverage.
Well, that's the Amber Alerts. They don't.
I know, but I agree with you. I actually think that is I don't give a lot of credence, as you know, to systematic racism with stuff like that. It is wild that I had never heard of that kid's name.
So send us your top 3, TheMalibuTablePodcast @gmail.com. So you're a conspiracy theorist.
I don't actually believe in conspiracies.
We came back. Okay, we were talking about the Grammys.
Yeah,
talking about
the Illuminati. Right.
So I like the Grammys last year. This year, I feel like it wasn't that good. Right. But the thing is, difference is like I don't know what you. So when I drive the kids to school 90% of the time, we listen to the radio every single day. We listen to 96.3.
No.
And we do the 1,000-minute the trivia. I called in. I got it on the show,
and you won tickets.
I only got 6. I got 6 out of 10 questions right. I didn't know John Carpenter for the director of Halloween and some other ones.
And you won.
I won tickets
to
Justin Timberlake.
Right, and then you sold them.
I won 2 Justin Timberlake tickets, and I sold them immediately. And I made like I don't know $50 off of them.
That's great.
So we listen to the radio every single day, but you don't.
No, I listen to.
But you drive with our oldest. What do you listen to?
We don't listen to anything, actually. We just 97.1. 97.1 the ticket is what I listen to when the kids are in the car. And when the kids aren't in the car, I listen to Bravo. All Bravo, all the time. All Bravo. I listen to all the interviews, to watch what happens live.
Sad world.
I get really into the drama.
Sad.
It's crazy and good.
So this past week, let's talk about Olive Garden and let's talk about confirmation.
Great. So Olive Garden is the worst restaurant ever made in the United States of America. I don't know if we've told
We
the
have
story
history
on the
with
top.
Olive Garden. We have
beef.
many
No, we
history.
have beef.
We have a
with
lot of
Olive
history with
Garden.
Olive Garden. So let's go back. So Olive Garden, when you were pregnant with our oldest.
No, it's before that, baby.
Before then?
Yeah, it's before that. You and I were dating. We went on a date to Olive Garden.
No, before that, remember, we tried to go to Steve's Soul Food in Detroit, but they were closed. So Olive Garden was our backup plan. We went to one restaurant, we couldn't get in. So we went to Olive Garden. Is this when they were rude to us? Yes.
So we walked in, and this is not always the case, but sometimes people don't like interracial couples. And sometimes
you're leaning into that this month.
I am leaning into that this month.
You're leaning into this month.
In a particular way, there can be people of both races that do not like international couple or interracial couples.
I'm American.
We walked into the restaurant and we're like, table for two. And we gave them our name. And this woman who clearly detested me for literally no reason was like, she comes back and it's like 5 minutes later, she's like, two top ready, two top. And we had no idea what she was saying. Like, what does that mean? Like, what does two top mean?
Yeah.
And she's just yelling it. And so then after a couple seconds, we're like, wait, us? She's like, yeah, two top. And I'm like, okay. And so
we did eat there that night, though.
We did eat there that night. So that was our first bad experience that we referenced.
And then
our second bad experience was my baby shower.
Your baby shower, we had it at St. John Newman where you worked at in the gymnasium. Olive Garden does have nice lasagna.
Threw us a beautiful shower.
Very nice shower. My cousins and family members
beautiful.
were there.
Yep.
It's funny. My cousin came and then she walked. I was talking to someone who was not you. And then my cousin walked up and like said, "Hi, Mary, congratulations!" But it was not you.
I just did that to someone. Which cousin did that?
My cousin Keisha.
Who was she talking to?
I think it was Amy Roos.
That's really funny.
So she thought Amy was you. She's like, "Hey, congratulations!" And I was like, "That's not."
Okay,
that's not
I
Mary.
just did that last week though to someone accidentally. So it's fine. But that is really funny. She's like, white woman standing next to Aaron must be.
You're going there again.
I'm sorry.
So. We went there for the shower, so we had. Because I thought Olive Garden has very nice lasagna. This was also,
you really like Olive Garden.
This was 16 years ago, so I'm sure much has changed. But I remember we got some lasagna. It was very burnt.
The whole thing was burnt. Like you couldn't even get it out of the container.
And I email, so I'm the guy. If I have a bad experience, I haven't done that in a long time though. I'm not the. I need to talk to the manager.
Absolutely
those are two different things.
Yes.
I am not the. I need to talk to your manager right now. I don't do that.
Right.
But I will send an email after the fact and say, hey, this is the experience I had. So we send an email and say, hey, I got some really badly burnt lasagna for our baby shower.
Sure.
They're always nice. They send me like a $50 gift card. I've done it in many places. I did it at Red Lobster. Yeah. They gave me money. I did a Chick-fil-A. So yeah, they sent us some bad. We had some badly burnt lasagna and they sent us a gift card.
Right. So that was 2.
That was 2 for Olive Garden.
3 was our son. For some reason, our son Joey became obsessed with Olive Garden, and he kept asking to eat there. So we're like,
because
Joey,
we refused. So it was like a,
yeah, we're not going there.
Yeah.
So for Joey's 13th birthday, we were in Cedar Point, and he's like, I really want to go to Olive Garden. We found an Olive Garden in Sandusky. We went there, and it literally took an hour and a half for them to deliver the food to the table, and we waited an hour. So the whole experience. Do you remember how late it was?
We were tightly packed in there. Do you remember?
We were exhausted. They stuffed us in a booth after we waited forever. And then it took forever to bring out the food. Food was fine. I mean, Olive Garden food is fine. It is literally nothing you write home about. It's just fine.
It's not the same.
Right. So Joey's confirmation. So that's 3 strikes. You out. Right. But Joey's confirmation is this week. Now, Joey, at this point, if you know Joey, you know this is true. Joey now wants Olive Garden because he knows that we don't want it. And that when we say to him, like, you can pick a restaurant, he knows it's a little zing. I'm going to pick Olive Garden.
Because he knows we don't like it.
Right. So I'm like, fine.
We're the same about Red Lobster. They also want to go to Red Lobster. And I'm like,
there's just restaurants that get in our list.
It's on the list.
Yeah. I don't feel the same way about Red Lobster that you do. We got to bring it back. There's a new CEO. Maybe Good Friday. So anyway, hilarious because I call on Monday because our group is 16 people. And 16 people is enough that you call ahead to be like, hey, there's going to be 16 people. So they answer the phone on Monday and they're talking in the background. So it's like not saying hello. Instead, you're having a conversation with somebody else. When she finally comes to me, she's like, hello. And I'm like, hey, I'm wondering if on Wednesday we can make a reservation for 16 people at 5:00. She's like, we don't do reservations. Dead stop. I'm like, okay, click. and we did not go to Olive Garden.
No, you protested.
Yes,
Olive
it's done.
Garden.
It's done. So we went to Black Label Tavern, which everyone loves. It is absolutely delicious. Every time we eat there, every single person is wildly satisfied. And yet, because everyone loves it, Aaron insists it's a bad restaurant. It's wild.
I'm allowed to have my own taste, and
Bro, that's so
I'm not
weird.
a huge.
Everybody loves it. Everybody's like, it's so good.
Okay,
They take nice
but why
care
do
of
I
you.
have? Am I a conformist? Do I have to like it just because you all like it?
But I
no.
feel like you like have a. You're like, I'm gonna put Black Label Tavern on the list.
Bro, there are several things the family likes, but you detest. Let's not go there.
So we had a nice dinner.
It took us a while though to get our
So
food.
I will say it did take a little bit of time. And
we were rushed towards the end.
I would say
we had to get out. We had to
Yep.
skedaddle.
I love a good fast restaurant. They can just deliver fast. But I love Black Label Tavern. We went to the confirmation.
Yes.
Joey was truly excited about his confirmation. He was, just so you know. We talked about it the next day. And he still is. He's so quiet. He doesn't talk a lot. He is a very spiritually mature kid. Like the next day I happened to be in the car with him. We were talking about confirmation. We were talking about a couple different things with his spiritual life. And there are things that run through his mind that I had no idea. So it was a big moment for him in faith. Like he actually felt it. Like my brother was his sponsor. Bishop Montfortin was there, who gives a great homily. Many of the same jokes, but I love jokes, so I can laugh a lot.
What do you mean the same jokes?
Well, I've probably had 5 or 6 masses with him. He always talks about his accent from Westland, which is hilarious.
Oh, it's a good
He
intro.
always talks about his homilies being long. I love what he does with the raising your hands for vocations. And no, you're not quickly raising them. He's a great bishop. He's a great bishop for confirmations because he is aware that many people who are there do not regularly go to mass. And he talks to the congregation in a way that is relatable and authentic and good, magical. It was a great night. It was a great night.
There was 63.
Yeah.
Confirmandi.
Yeah. I cry all the time.
I got a good seat for you.
You did so good. You never do good when I send you ahead of time and I'm like, save a seat. There was one time for a spring concert. I was like, he had to bring the kids to the concert early. And I'm like, save an aisle seat. I don't care where in the whole auditorium. Instead of going inside, he went inside and decided to have conversations with people. So by the time I got there, he still didn't have a seat. And now I'm sitting in the middle of the crowd.
I'm sure people who are listeners will probably remember that. This was last year.
Triggered still.
This was March of last year.
Right.
Yes, I saw someone in the hallway. And we were talking for a while, and I got in there.
And I got there before him. We had no seats.
And you got upset about it.
Oh,
I was like,
so
all you had to do was scooch down.
I was so mad.
You were brat about it.
Sitting in the middle I hate the middle of auditoriums.
No, the first of all, you were brat about it because there were seats. You had to stand up the whole time.
No,
So I sat down with all the kids, a clear line of sight, and I was like, we have seats.
I don't like
But you were being a brat about it, so you decided to stand up the whole time.
Right.
You were being a brat.
So anyway, you got magical seats. Center aisle, right, like 3 rows back from the confirmandi. I was really proud of you. Well done, honey.
I didn't sleep. I didn't fall asleep.
You did not fall asleep. You stayed up, which is amazing. Through Aaron's confirmation, you and his
godfather
slept through the whole thing.
Before we got there.
What was I going to say? Traffic and parking was horrific.
Oh, I didn't have an issue.
You got there early. Let me tell you, they had a Catholic League cheer competition.
Yeah, it was a DC night.
Pom competition and confirmation. And to God bless DC, they tried to reserve 2 parking lots for confirmation only. But of course, that's really hard to monitor unless you have people checking.
Well, and at night, it's hard to decipher.
So it was nutty. But at the same time, if your church is alive, that's something to feel good about. Like that our kids go to a school where like you can't get parking on certain nights because it's so nuts in terms of the activities. It's a blessing. So confirmation was magical.
Confirmation.
Another kid confirmed. Joey headed off to high school. It's wild.
2 down.
Dude, it makes
3
me
to
sick.
go.
I'm physically ill about it. How quick it all went.
Well, we have a gap here, and then we'll pick it up with John.
But I'm really pushing to homeschool the kids, so we'll see. You don't feel that is something that you want to do?
That's not a call.
Okay.
That I feel.
We feel differently about it.
It was cute when they were younger, but now they're older now, so
great,
it's
man.
a very big
We could go on
difference.
vacation all the time.
No, we can't. The other older ones are not going to go.
No, I'd homeschool the older ones too.
You
We'll pull them all.
You're crazy. You actually crazy.
Stop.
You actually crazy.
We'll pull them all. We'll do homeschool.
And then we had basketball.
Yeah, a lot of basketball.
Lost all three of them lost. One was like he lost. He deserved they had a far superior team. The other two those games could have went either way.
So I will tell you, the game that you're referencing was in Rochester on a Friday night.
Oof,
so we were.
It was an hour.
It's so funny. I'll tell you about my rant to my kids later, but it was far away. We got there. It was in an auxiliary gym. The campus, Rochester High School, I'd never been to.
Yeah, it looks like a community college.
Guys, I feel like I went to a big school. I went to PCP. Like, this was nuts, the size of that school.
Yeah. I mean, it's that big. They had like an auxiliary gym, which was usually that was like the size of a regular gym.
It's crazy. So we ended up, that game was the worst basketball game I have been to in all of the basketball games and I mean that. Like, it's not because it's raw to me. The officials were calling every single thing. Yeah. So the game, and then they were lecturing. Our coach got a tech, which I'm telling you, he did not deserve a tech. I think you would say that. Like,
I wasn't paying that much.
Okay.
To that.
Our coach he's reactive. He has body language. He does not scream. He was not like, it was crazy. These refs, they were like lecturing the boys every time but like, that's not even my big beef with it. Every 10 seconds they were at the line. So the game lasted forever.
But that wasn't why they lost.
We got killed.
Yes.
Right.
It was just two different things.
Lost. Yeah. But it was an annoying game, and it was a loss.
Well, it was a long night.
They were the better team. Yeah, they had a shooter on that team that was so good. 22, man. Whoever 22 is from the freshman team in Rochester.
Yes, that team. Like certain those teams, like they're just better shooters. Like that team, like they were just shooting.
Yeah,
they were shooting very well.
Yeah,
and Aaron's team is not built. They're not good shooters. They're like attackers. Yeah. They try to do layups very close stuff, but they're not like They're not a mid-range shooting team. It is interesting. That's what happened with John Paul's team when they lost against St. Fabian. Like those teams that can do that, like you'll win a lot of those games. We need to work on shooting.
Like the kids need to work on that because I can't picture anybody that I'm like except for Antonio. He's a kid that's under the net all the time, so he gets buckets under the net. But other than that, there's nobody that you're like, if he's going, he's getting. Nobody on that team. Like they're all they'll be on like fire in different games, but. So anyway, that was a terrible game. We drove home.
That was a good 3 hours, 3.5, 4 hours on a Friday night.
Your girls played the next day. I got to tell you this. I think we talked about it. Yeah, we did talk about it.
Before the game, there was drama before the game even started. The game before us.
Oh, yeah.
Something that happened because.
Just careful.
No, I'm saying like because the ref came to both me and the Saints. So we played St. Mike's. All the schools play St. Mike's.
And I love St. Mike's. I think St. Mike's is still like, man, I love St. Mike's. Go ahead. I love them.
So it was a very tight game, the game before us. So in our game, the ref came up to us and said, like, hey, just watch it, like between the parents and the coaches.
Right.
I think things were getting a little testy and they were a little tense.
Trippy, yeah.
So the ref was just kind of warning both sides, like, let's just keep this civil. Mm-hmm. Like both coaches, it wasn't just it was the parents and the coaches too. So
you guys, coaching, you don't do that, I don't think, at all. And neither did St. Mike's coaches for the most part. They just didn't in our games.
Yeah, I don't complain to the refs.
I will say that the game itself was great. It was fun. Mia, she's got to be. It's an interesting thing. We're going to have to temper her a little bit because she's. At one point, she was coaching the other kids that were on the court while she was on the court and wasn't even looking at the ball. She's telling kids where to go, and that is like, she's just got to be tempered. So that was one piece. She also got a foul and said, "What the foul?" This is her expression. She says, "What the foul?" Yeah. Everyone I was sitting next to thought she said, "What the F word?" Yeah. And I mean,
yeah, I told her she got to stop doing that.
Yeah, that's done.
Even if it's close enough, like you don't want people to think that you're out there.
Your number one fan and I disagreed with her on something. Start a second half, right? Our number one fan.
Yeah.
Our number one fan. I said to Mia, "Hey Mia, just play calm. Just play calm." Like I'm talking to her on the court. And let me tell you, my friend, the coach, is like, parents should not try to coach kids on the court. But I was just like, be calm. I was just telling her to chill out.
What do you mean, like during the game?
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you that all the time. I said you don't. I tell you,
but I wasn't like I'm not like watch number 23. I just said be calm. And I will also, the other thing I will yell at with John Paul is have fun because he forgets to have fun.
No, I'm saying like that. I'm saying like actually try and like coach the kids during the game. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I've never done that.
I would agree in that. Yes, parents should not be trying to coach
kids. I can tell you parents that do that.
Parents should not do that.
I do not do that. I can tell you a handful of
because it sends first off, these kids are trying to pay attention. Sure. So you got one voice from the parents. Yeah. You got one voice from the coaches. I do not do that. No. That is very confusing.
I don't do that. But I think as a parent, it's okay to be like, be calm. Like I said, to John Paul, I'll always yell, like, have fun. To Aaron, when he comes out, I'm like, pressure, fuel. That's our joke. Like,
or like, I'll point out, like, if there's obvious things where like someone's open, like guys, it's to everyone. It's like, guys, there's like a kid wide open right there.
I don't do any of that. I don't see it like that. So
anyway. Yeah, the tricky part, the stuff you're describing, I can't see that from my side. So I hear that from you because I don't see that during the game. I can't hear stuff. Yes, that's how I can't. I didn't see or hear that.
She also was. She went back at refs a couple times. Like, she's learning this behavior from watching basketball games. Of like, she didn't yell at any ref. She didn't talk back to a ref. But like, she gets a foul and she puts her hands in the air. Like, what? Like, she's way too young to be like trying to have attitude with a ref. Like,
it will be like if you play basketball, but you actually were good at it. So it's like the attitude.
Right.
It's the attitude. Yeah, she's figuring out.
She's great. The team did great. They got a lot of buckets, but you didn't win.
Yeah, I mean, this was our third time playing St. Mike. So the first two times we beat them, and they had like this really tall girl. And I said, hey, if that girl ever learned to catch the ball, she would like beat us. And then she figured out how to. She got better this game. So the girl probably had like a good 10 block. Like she was blocking everything. And our girls, they're not like shooters, so they have to get close. But that girl was just like standing around blocking everybody. And I was like, hey,
she's the sweetest thing in the world too. That's part of the reason.
And all she did was have her hands up. She just put her hands up and she was blocking everything.
When you say she couldn't catch, the thing about this sweet girl, because we've known her since she was little, she's the same age as Mia. She's not aggressive, right? So like, as you're starting in the first couple of games, you're like learning, and then you understand if you don't get a little more aggressive, you're not going to do anything. So she got a little more aggressive.
Yeah, they coached her well.
You were also missing one of our girls.
Yes, we were missing because they were taller girls, so we were missing a key member of our team. So
should we just do like replay? Should we do a separate podcast that's just recapping the elementary school games?
So we could have won. We could have won. So see, every episode Mary talks about our episode. See, that's the one for the day. So we lost. Could have went either way, but we got two more games. Like 12-15.
Yeah, it was a close game until the end.
John Paul's team, that was a lot of back and forth. They lost by I think 4.
Yeah,
still
very
a hard
games. Team. Better yesterday. I thought the kids were nicer to each other. I think I've reflected on this podcast. It's a weird team in that it's like the opposite of your team that you coach, Aaron. The coach that you the team that you coach, the girls are all really positive. They're building each other up. It's awesome. The boys team they just lead with like criticism of each other.
Well, with my team, they're all like friends. So, but it's hard. The problem we have is on practice because we have a hard time getting them to pay attention because they practice after school. So everything is like hangout time. They want to be silly with each other. So that's the only flip of that is like they like each other, hang out, but they also there's the friend angle. Like we need to focus and like this is a game.
You know, though, it makes me so proud because a lot of people said yesterday, like at the game, like these girls are such a great group of girls. Like they're good girls and they're nice to they fight with each other. They make up quickly. They're good at expressing. Like so, it's a good group of girls. So John Paul's team lost. Then our boys wanted to go to the 7th, 8th grade team. It is cute. The whole high school freshman team, basically the whole team, like 20 of them showed up for the student section of the 7th, 8th grade basketball team, which was very cute. They brought drums and speakers and had an ESPN table. They all wore suits or ties. It was cute. And I talked to my friend Jackie afterwards. She said it was really hilarious. Like they weren't jerks about it, but they were really fun. Even the St. Mike's parents were like laughing. So late night-ish. Lots of basketball history. So much freaking basketball.
Yeah, we got about 2 more weeks and then we're done with basketball.
Our kids won't stop fighting. Should we talk about last night?
Well, you already brought it up, so.
I lost my ish, didn't I?
Well, that's every day, so no one's ever surprised about that.
No, I feel like yesterday I screamed like a crazy person. It was like my kids, and it's winter. What happens with winter is your options are send them outside, which we've already talked to the people. Our kids play outside. It's not like they don't at all. Yeah. But the options are play outside or screens or video games. You know, we play some games, we play some cards, but like they're on screens all day long. They're it's like cabin fever-y. And they are just nitpicking at each other all day.
A lot of sarcasm.
Like touching someone. Like, why are you touching someone if you know it's going to bother them? So they've been fighting constantly.
Yeah.
And yesterday, I lost my mind twice. One of the times was we were in the car. One of our kids had said to me, because I said I didn't really want to go to his game. Well, I'll just say, John Paul's team is not my favorite team to watch. They're not nice to each other. It's not fun. It's not good basketball. So I joked that I'd rather not go. And he's like, Mom, you've missed so many of my games. You've missed so many of my games. And I've missed like 2 or 3 games because one was at St. Clair on a school night. The other, I was out of town. Like all I do, my whole life rotates around my kids' athletics. The way that I screamed it, I'm like, are you kidding me? Every practice, our entire life rotates around your teams right now. Like the cojones on you to say, how dare you? So I yelled at him. And then at night.
Well, what's funny with that, if I can pause, like, there's so many people who are like, I would say baby boomers who are like, my parents never went to my games. Like Father Bob will regularly say, he's like, my parents never went to my games. Right. Like so many people, like even my uncles.
My parents never went to any of our stuff.
They were like, my dad never went to our games. Like it wasn't like I think that's a relatively newer thing. Right. Whereas like there's an age of our parents who were like, our parents, because they were working, like a lot of their parents were working.
I don't know.
Like
well, even COVID has changed things so that dads can be at games. Like nobody would be at these freshman games before when people had to go in the office. Like
no.
So you're so right on.
It's a different phenomenon around like that's a different thing.
But for some reason, it was this reality where like, do you have any idea how much of my life is dedicated to taking my kids to events and practices? Like, so and John Paul was very apologetic, but then later on that night, there was like a dumb fight about something, and I was like done. It was like the straw that broke the camel's back, and I screamed like loud scream. It's like psychotic, where I actually have to like calm myself. Like my what vein is in your like throat? Like I can feel it pulsating.
Your aorta.
Whatever.
I don't know. I
needed to calm myself down. I ended up apologizing to all the kids for screaming at them, but like,
well, it's just a long weekend. Like, and I used to give so much credit to the parents and the sport culture because, like I mentioned, remember Friday night you get out of work. Are you to go to work Friday?
I did.
You did. The kids had a half day. So Friday.
That's it.
So Friday we were gone for like 3 to 4 hours, and then Saturday we were gone from all like 12 until like 6 or something for games,
and then brought them back. So
then you brought them back. Right. So I think it's just it's just a lot that goes on.
Well, I know there are parents that don't care. Like I do know that. Like actually, I think
don't mind.
I would say the majority of people that I interact with don't care. Like they see it as like the role of parenting. As I've said a million times, I was born to be an 80s parent, and unfortunately, I'm a parent in 2025, 26. It's very hard because I don't like my life rotating around practices and games and things like that. And I don't mind it. I love watching my kids compete, but at the same time, when there's this like constant bickering then at home, like,
well, I think it's just the appreciation of it, which they're also kids.
I know they're kids, and you're so good at being like their kids. Because like yesterday too, when you get worked up, I'm like, we are actually raising psychopaths. Like what? And then you're so good because you're like, this is just kids, and it reminds
these aren't
me
new problems.
They're just kids.
These aren't new problems. These are kids. Every parent of a teenager has gone through that.
Right.
That's why I do like coaching Malia's teams. I'm like, it's 4th grade basketball. Who cares?
Yeah.
Because you overthink things. You always think, I need to do this. It's like, you know what? It's 4th grade basketball. Right. Or like these are kids. Like we're dealing with teenagers and preteens. Like we're not the first people to deal with this problem. 100%. We will not be the last one.
Right.
Some big sad news this week in the metro area. I'm going to talk about your air fryer next. Bahama Breeze.
I was never, but we April don't care. 5th. Do you care?
No.
We went
there. We went there.
The only thing I remember going.
We got in a fight. We went there once. I can tell you exactly you were pregnant.
No, I was not pregnant.
Or you had no fight.
I know what our fight was about.
What was it about?
So when we were in the first 10 years of our marriage, had to follow a really close budget. We had gone out to dinner, and as anybody who drinks alcohol knows, drinks at restaurants cost a lot of money. And I ordered a drink, and you were a jerk about it. And I was like, because you also detest alcohol. So you're like, and I'm like, what do you mean? Like I'm having a drink, a cocktail.
For anyone who would listen, there's no way you had a drink. So that is the biggest lie I've ever heard of.
Excuse me, at restaurants, I never have more than 2. At restaurants, I never have more than two.
Okay, but you said you had one drink.
Okay, maybe I ordered a second, and you
So
gave me
that's a
attitude.
lie.
But it is
That is a
funny.
lie.
That actually, what's hilarious is that is my only memory of Bahama Breeze is the fight that we had there.
Okay, yeah, I can't remember what it was about. I just remember that we did fight. I remember going there for work because there was one in Troy. My last, my goodbye lunch when I left one company, we went to Bahama Breeze. I remember going there.
You know what? It didn't belong in Michigan. It didn't belong in Michigan. I don't want to go to Bahama Breeze in January.
Well, I think all
across the United States.
I think they're all closing, or maybe just Michigan ones.
There's so many. We should RIP. RIP.
Well, I think
RIP Joe's Crab Shack in Michigan.
What was I going to say? I think we're seeing a lot of the tchotchke ho hum restaurants of our youth, like Red Lobster, Olive Garden, Chili's,
you're right.
Applebee's, Bahama Breeze. They're all TGI Fridays. All those ho hums that we thought were a big deal growing up, they're all we're all adults now. Why do you think that is? Or do you think though? I feel like we've talked about this, but and it might be too philosophical to go into, but people get richer and richer while still feeling poor. So Applebee's or a Bahama Breeze, that would be an event when you were younger. Do you know what I mean? But as we get richer and richer, these places are I'm not really going to spend my money there. An event now is going to these exclusive one-off restaurants in Detroit. Yeah.
So you don't then.
Yeah, I think it's competition. I think that for the same cost, there's a lot more options now, and you're you know what? I can get a lot better food for the exact same price. So why am I paying all this money?
I can for a TGIF Fridays, a TG Friday, whatever it was called, or a Bahama Breeze. I can actually do that at home. So if I'm going to go pay,
coconut shrimp, I can.
Right.
I can.
I can put it in the air fryer. We'll talk in a minute. But if I'm going to pay $150, $200 for our family to go out to eat, right? For our family to go out to eat, we're going to go somewhere where the food can't be duplicated.
Well, another thing too is smartphones. Is that a lot of people don't like to go out to eat, so they'll just do Chick-fil-A or they'll do Chipotle. Right. They bring it home, or they can play on their phones. Versus sitting in a restaurant for an hour, and having to do all that when I can play my phone. Exactly.
Over most of these restaurants. Yes. To be honest,
I would do Chipotle over these places.
Yeah.
So I think it's just the quality has gone down, the prices have gone up.
I don't think the quality's gone down though. That's what I would argue. I just think there's more options and we have more. I don't think it was ever good.
I know it's gone worse.
Right.
I think that's what the problem is.
Well, and then there has been a change of the customer's always right. So when you go to a place like TGI Fridays or Bahama Breeze, you're treated well. Now you're treated like a piece of garbage that's wasting the server's time. And God bless it, they're not paid a lot of money. So they realize they're not paid a lot of money. So I'm actually not going to kiss your butt. And you get treated kind of like crap by most servers, unless you go to a very fancy restaurant. So now I've just been abused for ordering food, and your food isn't that great. I'm not going to go.
Well, that's why I get frustrated when the food's not good.
Right.
Then I get grumpy.
Which is why every restaurant's on our list typically. I mean, what restaurant do we still go to? Mexican restaurants.
Yeah, Mexican restaurants.
It was really good.
The other BD's Mongolian Barbecue or Mongolian Grill.
Now that place, when that opened, that
was a big deal. It was early 2000s,
and it's not even great. It's a dumb.
If you're old enough, I think because there was I think two or three. There was one in Dearborn, off of Michigan Avenue that closed a while ago. There was one in Novi. Right. We used to go to in youth group, and there was another one I think somewhere else, but. Yeah, Mongolian barbecue was the thing in the early 2000s back in the day. Yeah. After college, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
I remember going there several times.
Oh, I remember when it came out, my dad was like, "It's so cool. You bring up your food,
and they cook it in front of you. You make your own gross assortment of things of broccoli and shrimp and chicken, but actually you can't cook these things together. And one's undercooked, one's overcooked.
God bless it. So
you throw random gross sauces on you. This is disgusting. Let me go make another plate."
Speaking of cooking, we got an air fryer. For a long time, I've wanted an air fryer. I said in 2026 it was going to be a goal. January, we did a no spend month.
You're 10 years late.
I had a list of things that I wanted to buy, and I decided to do a no spend January, which meant that I couldn't buy anything till February. So February came. I bought some new pillows. I bought some new clothes, and
Yes, you
we
did.
got an air fryer. A friend who listens to the podcast borrowed us hers, and right away I'm like, okay, we want one. Hers was the Teflon, which it's not supposed to be super good for you. And when we used it the first time, the house kind of smelled like chemicals. So I was like, eh. So we ended up getting one that's porcelain because I knew we would use it. And my gosh, and you won't admit it because you want to be the guy that can't admit that the air fryer is going to change our lives.
I think it's the language of this is going to be so great for our family. It's going to change our lives. At the end of the day, I feel like a device like that is not going to be a game changer. It's fine if you like it. No, my point, I don't care. I'm not a huge I don't like fried stuff like a lot. So my point is like you're like, oh, this is going to change everything. It's going to solve world peace. My thing is like, hey, if it works, it works. But you low it, you boondock saints it. You put so much on it. I'm like, can it just be like an air fryer that you just use?
So here's what I want to say that the people said, because I asked the people, should we get an air fryer on Facebook?
I mean, but also this is 10 years ago. People talk about air fryers.
Overwhelmingly, everybody was like, yeah. Many of them said the reason we love our air fryer is because our kids can cook with it. We are in a situation now where we have one constantly hungry growing boy, a second coming up the hill, and then a third. Our kids like to eat food. Now, I am not suggesting all the food that they need to eat has to be like carb-ridden grossness, but like an air fryer allows them to pop in chicken fingers from Gordon Food Service and in 10 minutes have a nice hearty protein-ish something that's going to keep them from being hangry jerks in my house. And you will not admit that.
We'll see. My point is we'll see, but it's just
what you think is
my point is like we'll see. But you're like this is so good for our family.
You think we're going to use it for like a month and then be done with it?
We'll
but
see.
You said the same thing about kinetic sand. How often do I use kinetic sand?
You yell at the kids about kinetic sand so much because it's all
I'm
over
mad
the house.
That they abuse my kinetic sand. It's not that I don't.
You said that the kinetic sand was for the family. It's actually for you. It's a toy for you.
Me. You're wrong. I always said it was for me.
No, you said this is going to revolutionize our family. The problem is you lean into it. Everything you buy is going to revolutionize our family.
Aaron, I bought the kinetic sand for me. And let me tell you, after we're done talking on this podcast, we're going to go into our room and I'm going to play with kinetic sand as we watch the Olympics. Can we talk briefly about the Olympics? Listen, as a PHAT person, I can't comment too much on this because I'm a PHAT person. I am not an athlete. But 1 week ago, the world and country, and like 3 days ago, decided to celebrate a USA skier who had completely like severed her ACL and was still skiing. Today, she was airlifted off the mountain because guess what? You actually can't ski if you don't have an ACL.
Are you 100% sure that story accuracy or is this 100%? Like
I watched her do an interview where she was so proud because she was skiing with a torn ACL.
Yeah, now, I didn't. I've not followed any of this, so here's I'm not the thing.
Sure. The only reason I care, because you got to be careful when you're not an athlete.
You're like told you so,
and you're gonna. No, here's why I care. We push athletes so far in this country and we give a message that like recovering and taking care of injuries and stuff isn't worth the time. So like 24 hours ago, she's wildly celebrated for skiing at the Olympics with an ACL that's blown out. And as I watched that 24 hours ago, I'm like, that is a weird thing to be celebrating. Like she shouldn't be skiing in the Olympics.
Well, it's her final Olympics.
I understand, but you have a blown out ACL. And what you tell to young kids who get this injury all the time is if you push through, you can still. Not really. You can't. Now, I don't know if her accident today had anything to do with that, but I can't imagine with a blown out ACL that she was at the top of her game. And I think we need to be careful about the messaging we give athletes. We just keep like leveling up, like they have to do this and they have to do this. And what did you say today? Like pain? You said something about pain. What did you say about pain today?
Pain is weakness leaving the body.
Pain is weakness leaving the body. Like,
but you also made fun of your girl Simone Biles. You called her a quitter when she was like, "Actually, I need to step away from this." You called her a quitter.
I don't think we made that
the
public.
GOAT.
I don't think we made that
public. You called Simone Biles a quitter, and you're like, "She's not the GOAT. She's very mediocre." And you said she was a quitter during the Olympics, and you made fun of her for quitting on her team.
She had a case of the dizzies. I think a case of the dizzies.
It wasn't the dizzies.
It was the dizzies.
Oh, girl. Oh.
Is it not?
It was not the dizzies.
Wasn't it called the twisties? Look it up.
What twisties?
Look it up.
No, she was like, I think she said there was some mental health issues.
My love, she called it the twisties.
What? I don't think it was the twisties.
It's called
She felt. I don't think it was that.
I'm
We'll
just
look that
saying.
up.
I'm just saying. And listen, yes, you are right in that I need to continue to work on my appreciation for mental health. So
I feel like you're
Biles,
especially hard on female athletes. So I feel like you are.
So Simone Biles, listen, no, oh my gosh, we can go male athletes all day long, but Simone Biles had a mental block called the twisties, and you are right. I did not give enough credit to her mental health. I'll admit that. I'll even admit that. I was hypercritical of her dropping out of the Olympics because of the twisties. However, there is no however. I will.
You think you? I'm saying you're especially hard on your own kind. You're like they shouldn't even be competing.
I'm just saying. I think that our girl Lindsey Vonn.
You could be right. I don't know. I don't know enough of the story. So,
anyways, we're in the Winter Olympics. Anything to say about the Winter Olympics? Because we're gonna have to bust out here. Are we getting long? You check the time.
Probably. No. I mean, it's interesting to watch. I mean,
I love.
It's harder than this. I don't. Yeah. I don't. I don't follow all the different sports.
You don't follow the pop culture thing, so you didn't see the skier that said that he's embarrassed to ski for America.
No.
Yeah.
They said that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't have to be there.
Well, basically, it's like it's just hard to represent this flag right now.
But that's the whole point of the Olympics is you're playing for your country, you're representing your country.
It's a little wild. It is true. America's an F story right now. I'm not, or a freak story right now. I'm not saying F story. I'm saying a freak story right now.
What the foul story?
What the foul story? No, I'm kidding. But it is true that America is complicated right now. However, for USA athlete to say because of that he feels complicated wearing our flag was a bold choice. So I follow all the pop culture and I follow the competition. It's fun. I like it.
Yes.
We like the Olympics. We're Olympic people.
Yeah, we watched the opening ceremony.
Yeah. We won't watch every moment, but
we can't. We'll watch the big stuff.
Okay, how many minutes
lastly, it is World Marriage Day today.
Happy World Marriage Day.
Happy World Marriage Day.
We didn't even go to Mass together.
We didn't.
And you've never taken me on a marriage retreat. I've asked over and over and over.
I can take you to Retrovive whenever you're ready.
Well, first of all, that's a super important ministry, so I don't want to laugh at it. But I think we do need more marriage retreats.
I feel like I'm
in this
perfect,
country.
so I feel like you need to go ahead.
So true. I think we do need more marriage retreats in this country that are for just maintenance and to make sure you're good. It's really hard to find a good marriage retreat that is not because your marriage is in crisis. I would love to go away with you for one night or 2 nights. We go away. We're going away to Nashville. But I'd love to have somebody guiding us through how to make our marriage stronger in the second act of our marriage, which we're approaching. Do you know what I mean? After the first act.
The second.
Yes, the second act as you get older. Kids and the first act is kind of you're married first, you're exhausted, little kids, blah, blah, blah. You enter into the second act when your kids are older and independent, they go to college. And then the third act is when your kids are gone. So it would be nice to go on a retreat with you, but nobody offers.
Well, the problem is a lot of the retreats are just bad or it would have to we would need recommendations. We have to look at the agenda because some are just so bad and
girl, maybe we should just plan one like we did Be Radiant. Maybe we should plan a marriage retreat for just for couples that would like a little
with our free time.
You men don't agree to this stuff. That's a problem. Women would love it. We want dedicated time with our spouses to talk about important things. You men all make us feel dumb for that.
That is not a false statement.
Exactly. You're we don't need to do that. We're fine. We're good.
You are not incorrect.
I think us women need that more. And I will tell you, there has been several indications in my life that indicate how important it is as women get close to menopause time and hormones go nuts again, like they did when you were first married and having children, that it would be good to have a grounding force of a retreat to be able to proactively work through things.
You just said a lot of words. I don't know what any of that means.
I think marriage, I will say a lot of people that I know between 15 and 25 years of marriage have an absolute crisis. That's the easier way to say that to you. You know that. I know that.
Yes.
We know that is truth. We know a lot of marriages that
it's just the right format of how do you make the same thing with men retreats. I would say male retreats and male conferences. That's why you don't see a lot of them because trying to figure out the right format, that's the challenge. Is how do you make it so that it's worthwhile?
Right.
And one side is not this is terrible, this is boring.
So you don't want to go on a retreat with me?
No, we'd have to find the right one.
Yeah. Well, a friend's going on one, so maybe if he has a good time, we'll go on it. So
yeah, all right.
Okay, great week. How many minutes is this? Was this really long?
No, under an hour.
Great, go us.
So
TTYL.
Bye.
Bye.